Welcome to the last day of the UP School Leaders Conference. My name is Neo Makubedu and I have been your host for this conference. Now tonight is a bit exciting. We will be getting feedback from the breakaway groups and listening to their controversial topics. So during the conference, we will also be playing the exciting 5 selfies that have been chosen in order for you guys to see what you guys took part of when it came to the selfie groups. So we will start off tonight by playing the first selfie group that was sent through.
No, physical school should be prioritized, but support structures for online schooling should be in place. Pros, ensure that education can continue even if learners cannot physically be at school. It also provides opportunity to catch up on missed schooling. Cons, it isn't possible or practical for many households. It also lacks physical interaction with peers and teachers. Hello UP, Group 8 here. Question 2. What is truth? Truth is an objective statement, belief or idea that can be substantiated by sufficient and valid evidence and/or arguments. I do as much research as possible about and constantly re-evaluate the things that I already do and want to perceive as true. I discuss it with my peers as well. A lie is when someone conveys a statement, idea or belief as if it is true, that they themselves believe to be untrue, usually with the intention to mislead. The best way to tell if something is untrue or someone is lying is to be informed on the given subject and to be skeptical. From a purely objective position, truth is universal, since everything has a definite cause and effect. Unfortunately, we as humans cannot reach pure objectivity, but we can get very close. Therefore, truth to us cannot be universal, but is more subjective and depends on how we judge it. Question 3. Things that will affect my decisions are: what is the most beneficial for the people, what the people want and need, how my decisions will affect the broader community and the environment. Humans do not possess the ability to telekinetically stop moving objects, yet the man in the article believed he could, and that led to his death. He made the mistake of conceiving his beliefs were the truth, and in the end, it caused his downfall. Beliefs that will help you. That open-mindedness towards other beliefs is key, and life is precious. Beliefs that will hinder you. Belief of being kind, which can be easily exploited. Values that will assist me are open-mindedness and tolerance towards different opinions, rationality and skepticism. Question 4. Excellence lies in the ability to employ the necessary skills and willpower when needed to better something for yourself or others. In leadership, that means inspiring others to be what their potential allows. When you can get others to have a shared vision and be excellent on their own, then you'll be excellent by extension.
That was very innovative. Thank you for that video. We welcome back Mr. Wallace Isaacs. Thank you for joining us again tonight.
Yes, Neo, thank you for welcoming me back. And wow, what an innovative video, as well as the comments made are quite encouraging. I can clearly see why you were chosen as the leaders in your schools. The controversial topics, as was shared to you, I hope it has given you some opportunity to have some fun in the breakaway groups that we had last night. I've been informed that there were 12 very active breakaway groups, and I hope you also got to know each other a little bit better in those breakaway groups. From those breakaway groups, obviously we've got the videos sent through to us, and as Neo so rightly pointed out to us, that we'll be showing 5 of those videos tonight. However, all the videos that we received will be placed on the Junior Tikkie YouTube channel. So once the videos are released, we will probably inform you, and you can go and look at your videos on the Junior Tikkie YouTube channel. Tonight is also very, very special for us because right here in studio at the Future Africa studio at the University of Pretoria, we've got 3 representatives from schools, 3 leaders that will in studio give feedback on the controversial topics. We are very glad that they are here. We are also very happy that they took the time out from wherever they are coming from to be here in studio with us to give feedback that hopefully represents most of the views covered by yourselves in the breakaway groups. So Nayo, thank you for the opportunity. Back to you.
Thank you for joining us for the UP School Leaders Conference. It has been an honor working with you this week. So now we're going to go through the second video that was sent through from the breakaway groups.
Good evening. My name is Numi Sambebe and I'll be presenting the ideas we got as Group 1. We said that it is a great idea that all future learning should be done online, but only if all schools are able to do so, as we heard that some schools have not been able to teach their students since March. We said, however, that if a full online, nationwide online schooling system was in place, the pros would be a flexible and efficient way of learning and also a reduction in carbon emissions as we are currently facing climate change. We also said the cons were that not all students have the resources to go online, stay connected, but also it is quite challenging to find the motivation to work at home. We said that the truth is based on what is true, which is something that is a fact and it is hard to fight or deny, and it is not something that's guessed or made up. As a leader, it is important to do research and to know what you are facing, especially in a world where people are going to be bombarding you with lies and fake facts or fake guessed messed up things. We said that for topic 3, that it's important for a leader to lead with love. That love, believing in equality, being understanding that having friendship is important, and knowing that you lead as a team, as we also heard from Dr. Smith yesterday, that leadership is not a one-man thing, but it is something that is required. It requires the whole team. That is one of the many values that we need as leaders. And also for topic 4, we said that as a leader, the best thing that you should do is to try keep people united, try keep people together, and that many people rely on their talents to do that. So if you are able to do that to your best of your ability, that is when you will achieve excellence. We thank you very much for giving us this time, and it was quite fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the feedback. Now, our first leader who is joining us tonight is Iman Khan, who is the head girl at Lodium Secondary School. So I'm just going to go through the questions that you had discussed. You dealt with question 1 and 4, so I just want to go through them. Question 1, do you think that learning from home instead of a physical school campus due to physical distancing and the 50 people or 50% rule is the way in which all future learning should be done? And what are the pros and cons for such a national approach? And then question 4, your gift or talent will make room for you and will allow you to be excellent. You then discuss the concept in terms of leadership. With that being said, we can then go to the third video from the selfies that were sent through. Okay.
Laura, and I'm at Breakaway Group number 7. Today we have chosen to discuss topic number 3. All people are equal, but all beliefs and ideas are not. Our first topic is how your personal beliefs can influence your choices as a leader. While we have discussed and agree that if you as a leader use your personal belief system as a base of what is correct, other people might feel excluded in some way or feel that their religion or their choice or their belief system is put to challenge by your own. So if you feel that another person or multiple people are in some way disadvantaged or uncomfortable with the way something is run or a certain belief system being used, even if it goes against your personal belief system, you should work to find compromise. For example, if you go to chapel at school and you enjoy it, it should be optional instead of mandatory so that all people feel respected. Our next topic is what hinders and helps your leadership in regards to your personal belief system. The most important thing to note here is the separation between your professional life and your personal beliefs. If you implement your personal beliefs into your professional life, you can have a biased of some sort. For example, if you have a gender biased, you will give someone a job or role which another person is more suited for because of the gender biased, which will lead your team to stagnate as well as that person to feel less confident or as if though they are lesser valued. Next, we will be discussing the article that was linked. The article discussed a mentalist who thought he could stop a train by his mind power, because he could stop a car and a person and a bicycle. His fault, or the way he went wrong, was that he thought because he thought he was correct, it means he was correct, without consulting any other person of an opposing belief. He believed that his values and his beliefs were correct, without any doubt, which ultimately led to his demise. So always keep in mind, just because you believe something doesn't mean that it's always the right belief. And lastly, when dealing with controversial topics, always discuss the topic civilly to find a middle ground with the person, where you either clear up miscommunications of the opposing sides, or you find a middle ground where you can agree, yes, I disagree with this, this, and this of your side, but we agree with this and we can work on this. So this is our middle point, this is our middle ground, and this is where we get along. Thank you.
Iman's mic has been fixed. Back to you, Iman.
In my opinion, learning from home instead of at a physical school campus is not the way all future learning should be done. I believe that learning should be hands-on, and learning from home does not entirely give you the opportunity to do so. Learning from home has its pros and cons. The pros are: students are able to learn in the comfort of their own homes. So students with social anxiety and students who are more introverted are able to learn in an environment where they feel more relaxed. There is no transport issues, as lessons are taught to computer applications. It teaches students to be more independent and less reliant on a teacher. The cons are: students aren't able to ask questions and get the one-on-one treatment they would receive in a classroom. There is a lack of structure, and students who need the support would not be able to cope without the support of a teacher. Therefore, teachers wouldn't be able to know whether the work is being done or not. In order for students to receive the work given, they need internet access or a Wi-Fi connection, and students that come from disadvantaged or challenging backgrounds may not be exposed to these things. Learning from home is not very healthy, as most students work from their beds. It also takes a toll on a student's mental health. Students with social anxiety may never be able to overcome it if they are constantly at home. Question 4. Our talents and gifts is what makes us special. It allows us to stand out and make a name for ourselves. If gifts and talents are used in the right way and is used to help others, it would allow a leader to be excellent and to be a motivator. A leader with a gift or a talent that is used correctly will be valued by its people, and it will give them a feeling of pride in the person that is leading them. Gifts and talents are what makes a person unique. A unique leader will bring a new way of leadership and could ultimately make room for that leader in incredible places. Thank you.
Thank you, Iman. Thank you for joining us tonight. We will now go to the fourth selfie feedback video that was sent through.
Us, as the members of Group 6,
Tshegofatso Matsepe,
Marenai Holthausen,
have come together to share our ideas and views. COVID-19 forced us into a 3-month lockdown. This meant that we had to continue schooling online. There were some benefits, like being able to work on ourselves as individuals. We also had the opportunity to work at our own pace, which can produce a higher standard of work. There were also some negatives. For some people, school is a safe haven, which now they couldn't reach. Despite the benefits of online learning, we all agreed that having a physical school environment is a lot more beneficial than learning online. The truth is difficult to define, but we collectively agreed that when dealing with this, you should check the source. See what the other people are saying and examine the evidence. As a leader, we should listen to people and not be biased. We should promote honesty by creating a culture of ethics, integrity, and competence so that they have a reputation that can't be damaged by false claims. How to know if something is a lie or is untrue is by you knowing and checking the facts, by being vigilant and watching their behavior. The truth varies. It is both universal and not universal. It is universal in the sense when it is backed up by proof, like scientific research. But it is also not universal in the sense that everybody is different. Leadership is not a solo act. We as leaders should seek input from the people who put us in our position. What will impact our decision making? Well, the consequences of our decision that we are going to make. He believed he was psychic and extraordinary. This was false in the sense that he died. In his case, his beliefs ended up costing him and the people around him. Great leaders understand and listen to people from all aspects of life. We believe that we should lead by example to make a great change. By showing respect and taking accountability, take risks, learn from mistakes, and not let past mistakes prevent us from taking chances in the future. What will hinder us in leadership? The fear of failure and the fear of not being good enough. There are many values that will help you lead well. For example, honesty, resilience, understanding, compassion, respecting yourself, and respecting others regardless of differences. Each individual was gifted with something to benefit others. This will help you in achieving your vision. It will allow growth for you as a person and as well as the people you are leading.
I'm loving the feedback videos. Thank you so much for all your efforts. Just a friendly reminder to please complete the evaluation session form, which is at the bottom of the page. So please make sure that you complete it for us. We are now joined by Akhang Kutumane, who is the head girl at Cornwall Hill College. Now, she discussed question 2, which was, fake news during this pandemic was a major problem. As a leader, how do you define the truth?
In terms of fake news, the truth is linked to facts and is from a credible source. And most of the people in the group said that the truth is absolute and should not be skewed by personal opinions. Because oftentimes with people, when we are confronted with the harsh truth, it makes us feel very vulnerable and we try to embellish the truth with our personal views to make ourselves feel less exposed. Some believe that the truth has never had loopholes, and if what you're being told doesn't make sense, then again, consult a trusted source instead of believing everything that you hear. For some, this question was difficult to answer because one of the group members asked, can there really be a criteria for the truth? Because the truth is a chain reaction, meaning that the facts may come from proven evidence, although this is combined with personal opinions. The second question we were asked is, how do you evaluate and can be certain of the truth when leading your people? Someone said that if you ask yourself, is what I'm saying going to be helpful and lead people towards the right path, or am I covering the truth to make them lose their way? Good leaders should make sure that make sure of their sources and where the information came from before blindly spreading around what they heard. Evaluate the truth by listening to everyone's side of the story and after providing them with the same information and not being biased and letting your own opinions interfere. Valid proof from research would make whatever situation easier, but that always won't be available. Then you just have to think logically and take what you know about the situation and apply it. The third question was, what is a lie? And do you know how to tell if something is true or untrue? And personally, in my eyes, lying is something that is false and most of the time used for the purpose of deception. At times, it can be difficult to tell when someone is lying because you've probably never heard anything they've been speaking about. And you're in the position of thinking that they're just educating you, especially if that person is not known for lying. An example in a school setting is with your heads. If you've been hearing rumors around, consult it with your heads, and after that, consult it with your heads of the student council. Others said that it can be easy to tell if someone is lying because there are faults in the statement, because a person that is lying will tend to overthink and try to fill in lots of details in order to carry out that lie, which leads to the story changing. You can also look at their body language, and if the person breaks eye contact and acts nervously by fidgeting. And other times it's very easy because how far-fetched what they're saying sounds. And lastly, we were asked if the truth is universal. The truth for some people is not universal because, they said that it's not universal. Some delegates said that it is universal because the truth will always find a way of coming out. And in my opinion, I agreed with this because the truth is not universal unless it's scientifically or logically valid. To some people, they said that it is universal and relative as it can differ from person to person, depending on what they know, what they believe, how they were raised, religion, and their perspective on the situation. Thank you.
Thank you, Akhang. Thank you for joining us tonight. Are you looking forward to your task next year?
I'm a bit nervous because we have been very busy, but I am looking forward to it.
You'll do well. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And now we'll be going to our final feedback video that was sent through.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Yedida Alimasi from Pretoria Technical High School, and I will be representing Group 10. So let's get right into it. Is learning from home the way to the future? If we want to cater for the most vulnerable groups in society, I feel as though we should focus more on safety at schools. We've seen in the past how the government has failed in providing simple things such as textbooks. How then do we expect the government to provide internet access in an Android phone to each and every household that is vulnerable? It is not practical. Let's focus more on safety at schools rather than homeschooling. Fake news. How does a leader identify the truth and what is false? A leader needs to be informed. Don't base your opinions on rumors and perception. Rather, be cultivated in knowledge, be cultivated in research, and always make sure that your sources are verified so that when somebody presents to you a set of information, you're going to question every single detail, and it's going to be hard for somebody to deceive you or lie to you. Is truth universal? Truth is not universal. My truth may not be your truth. We come from different families, different backgrounds, different cultures, different beliefs, and therefore we believe in different things. And also, truth changes from years as they go by. What was true in the 1900s is not what is true today. Looking at the story of Mr. E. Frankel, the truth was that he was a mentalist. He could stop bicycles, cars, and streetcars, but he believed that he could stop a train. That is ambition, and I believe sometimes ambition could be the downfall of most leaders. Sometimes we want more than what we already have, and this leads to our own destruction. We lose ourselves, we forget who we are, where we come from, and where we're going, and sometimes ambition can kill us, so be careful. Lastly, gifts and talents. I believe true leadership, or a true leader, is somebody who creates a platform for everyone's gifts to flourish so that everyone can excel, because your gift can help me and my gift can help you. That is true leadership. So much more to say, but I have to stop here. Thank you for your time.
Lastly, we are joined by Christian Roux, head boy from Hoërskool Eldorraine.
Hello, Nael. I'm covering question 3. All people are equal, but ideas and beliefs are not. What will impact your decision and your leadership? Well, firstly, the following inputs were received. Always consider the state of the situation before making a decision. A leader always wants to help all people be better human beings and never to break them down. It's always about how you make people feel, rather than what you are doing. Even though a lot of people feel that only what they believe is right, we as leaders must try to always approach the situation differently. We must base our decision on what is the best for the whole group, rather than a few individuals, so that everybody can grow as a person. Trust your source and focus on the facts of the situation, rather than getting emotionally involved. Secondly, focus on your moral beliefs. Always be respectful towards all people. Help them on the right path and teach them the right way to handle a situation by your example. Always live with integrity. Try to do the right thing for the whole group, not only yourself. And thirdly, gather information. The more you know about the people that you are leading, the easier it will be to make a decision that will benefit the whole group. Consider all people's opinion, and then try to base your decision, firstly, on what is right, and secondly, on what is the best for the group. The second part of the question is, after reading the article on E. Franklin, how do you view the difference between what he believed and the truth? Well, E. Frankel was a psychic healer and a mentalist who believed that he had the superpower of psychic biological power. In other words, he believed that he could stop a train, car, or bicycle with only his mental strength. And unfortunately, that was the same train that he tried to stop that ran him over. So what's the moral of the story? Sometimes in life we believe so strongly in something that it overtakes our logical mindset. Always dream big, but be reasonable. The third part of my question is, do you have beliefs that will help you in leadership? Firstly, a leader should always have a role model to look up to and to learn from. Follow in their footsteps to make great decisions and to achieve great things. Secondly, a leader should set the example. This way, we as leaders can inspire and influence the group that we are leading positively, because a positive mindset is the key to great success. Another important part of leadership is teamwork. Accept your teammates' differences. Example, race, religion, skin color, or gender, to work together towards your main goal. And understanding the people you are working with is important in order to build on their strong points and help them with their weaknesses. We must realize that we are a diverse group, all with different talents. We must use each other's strengths to build towards our goal. Another crucial part of teamwork is allowing your fellow leaders to make mistakes, because mistakes are the best way to learn. Solely, the most important part of leadership is integrity. Always do the right thing under all circumstances, even when nobody is watching. All of the above leads to unconditional respect towards each other as leaders, but also towards the group that we are leading. Be serviceable. Sometimes a leader must make big decisions and lead in front. And sometimes a leader must be at service for his group. Do you have beliefs that will hinder you in leadership? Firstly, fear of failing is one of the biggest obstacles in leadership. Rather than focusing on your own goals as a group, you focus on the expectations of parents, teachers, or other people that are trying to bring you down. Do your best, always. Don't change yourself to fit into someone else's dream. You were chosen for the person you are now, and that's important. Secondly, another hindering belief is perfectionism. Because in real life, no plan will truly succeed without bumps in the road. Always have a plan B, just for in case. With so many controversial matters, what values will help you to lead well? For me, the most important aspect is to believe in equality. Everybody is different, but nobody is perfect. We must treat everyone the same way and with the same respect, no matter our differences. We all have an opinion, and that's where we as leaders come in. We must gather those opinions and let them know that their opinions count, and then make a decision that will benefit the majority of the group. We don't criticize a person because of what he believes is right for him. Everybody's unique and special in their own way. It all comes down to unconditional respect. Thank you, Neo.
Thank you, Christian. All the best with your task for next year. I know you're going to do an awesome job. Okay. Another friendly reminder to please complete the evaluation session by clicking the button at the bottom of the page. And I'm sure you guys are curious and wondering who is the winner of the one of 6 winners who would be part of the lucky draw. Now, the organizers at the UP School Leaders Conference, together with the University of Pretoria internal auditors, will be meeting on Monday, the 2nd of November at 2 p.m. for the lucky draw. Our virtual platform production will then be providing a list of the learners who attended the conference from day 1 till the last day, which is today. The lucky draw will be performed by using a random number generator. So therefore, the university's decision is final. The link to the lucky draw T's and C's is available on the UP School Leaders Conference registration form. Winners will then be notified via email before or on the 4th of November, which will then be a Wednesday. Thank you so much to our school leaders, parents, teachers, school principals, as well as the UP staff who attended the UP School Leaders Conference. It has been our first virtual conference, which was very exciting. Now, we would like to also thank the organizers, as well as our VIPs who are our leaders. Thank you so much for attending. Looking forward to introducing you to our family. And with that being said, this conference has been recorded. So if you guys want to also show your school leaders, your fellow school leaders, you're more than welcome to do so. Ria leboga, siyabonga. Thank you so much for attending the UP School Leaders Conference. It has been a pleasure hosting you this week. Good night. Thank you so much.
Tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. A seed planted today takes root and grows into a tree that bears fruit in the future. Over 110 years ago, a seed was planted. Today, that seed, the idea of excellence, has grown into the University of Pretoria, South Africa's largest contact research-intensive university. 9 faculties and a business school are spread across 7 beautiful campuses, which are home to over 50,000 students, ready to make an impact in the world beyond university and join our global network of nearly 300,000 alumni. Future-focused, sustainably developed facilities and cutting-edge multi- and transdisciplinary research are underpinned by a desire to transform lives and have a positive impact on communities and the world. Excellence in teaching, learning, research innovation, arts and culture, and sports puts us firmly amongst the world's best universities. Knowledge is not just what is in books. It is the wisdom to apply it, to nourish and nurture the seed so that it takes root, grows tall, bears fruit, and branches out. UP plants that seed, that tiny bit of curiosity, creativity, critical thinking, hope, the desire to care, respect, help, and innovate against all odds, to grow, to leave your mark, to excel, to challenge the norm, to think, to rethink, to discover, to inquire, to lead, to have courage, to make a difference, and to persevere. This is the University of Pretoria. We make today and every day matter.